move that dot on that page around until it looks like it's centered. And then as you get closer, you can still move that page around to get that dot into the center of that hole, and then finish by making the hole in it. Okay, so I'm going to try this. And that looks pretty good. Now you got to push pretty hard to get through the chipboard. It made a pretty nice hole. And then you're going to go up here so that it's going to maneuver this section here for you to put, and I'm going to flip this around because I'm got the pretty side on the outside. And you're going to hold this up and stick that piece that comes down and squeeze and release. And there we go. And it did a pretty nice job on the inside. And I will come up with a way. You're really not going to see that because of the way the ribbon's going to be running through it. If you push, because this is such a thick piece that it's going through, if I didn't push quite as hard, I might not have split it quite as bad, but it's going to split because it's not just wrapping itself around a piece of paper. This is going around the whole chipboard piece. But it's still pretty nice, and the ribbon is going to run. I'm going to have the ribbon, get it into a point, run it through, and take my two pieces, run it through this way, and voila. So there is my first piece. And then when you close it up, you're going to tie your bow. So it'll be like a double bow. And I think it'll be really pretty. But that is my, that's my closure. That's how I'm going to do it. Okay, simple, quick, easy, and it looks cute with the little flower on this side. And does not look bad on this side. Okay? All right. And I think I can take these off now. You want to be careful when you're using these, I mean, these have got like a death grip on them because you get a little bit of a crease on your paper. So you do want to be kind of careful. I didn't think about that until I went to go take it off and went, hi. So, some of it should pop back out again, but we'll see. So, lesson well learned there. All right. Now, so I've got my other orange one, which I will work on as soon as I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you getting the pages into the book. So I've got my 1/4 inch tape, and you're going to put it on either side, not on the top and certainly not on the bottom, but you're going to put it on either side of the yes, either side of your hinge. And this is what is going to hold your pages closed and on the book. Because right now they just are a tube that goes all the way from all the way through. There's my hand on the other side. And so this part is going to go down on the hinge and seal, and then it will hold a tag. Okay. I could have had this done, but I had people say, you know, I never get to see exactly what you're doing when you're doing this piece. So, and I read a comment on, not on my videos, but on somebody else's video that I was watching, who did a very good job, but you think I could remember who it was. But one of the questions was, you know, okay, you had the tape on everything, but what exactly are you doing on the hinge? Where is that tape going on the hinge? So, and it doesn't take very long. But again, I'm not, just kind of sitting it in the center. I'm not going down to the bottom, and I'm not right up at the top. I want to catch that paper. Excuse me. I want to get that all a solid connection with where the paper is going to go on this hinge. When you put your pages down, when we were cutting the edges on these hinges, and what I'm talking about I'll show you in a second. When we were cutting, I say edges, I mean this piece. When we were cutting these pieces, I had you not go all the way down to the crease, to the score line. I had you go up about 1/8 of an inch and cut across. And reason being is when you go to put your page down on the hinge, you don't want it to go all the way down to the crease, because then your page will not lay over and fold nicely. It just won't allow that crease to lay all the way down. So that's why I'm not putting the score tape all the way down. I'm putting the score tape where the majority of my page is going to be connecting to the score tape. Alright, so that's all done there. I have seen people start from the back and move front, and from the front and move back. I tend to like going from the back to the front. So that's the way I do it. I always double check that each page, because heaven only knows what crazy things might happen, that each page is going to fit on there nicely. See, now I have this about 1/8 of an inch from the seam, and that is going to allow that to lay down nice and smooth. If I put it all the way down, I can't hardly get it to lay down by pushing on it. You know, and holding it. Especially since I've got this envelope here. So I want to make sure I keep this up high enough. Now, always be careful when you're pulling these tapes off that you don't glue it down. Now, when you don't push hard, you can pick it back up again, but you're going to rip paper or have to retape it. So, see if maybe if I do it this way. I'm hooking it in, keeping it open, putting it about 1/8 of an inch, making sure I'm centered and evenly spaced. Now I'm centered and evenly spaced. Laying it down and bone folder I want to get that tape nice and burnished. These aren't laying down, so it's not, there we go. Nice and burnished, all right? And that, now my hinges are still pretty stiff because I didn't work with them. You really should do this, just back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, but I have not had the time to work these like I normally do. So that just, the more you work them, the better off your book is going to work for you. I'm going to take, this is one of those, the one and only tag I had ready. And trying to make sure I'm getting this on the right. Yes, so this goes this way. Didn't think that looked right. And we're going to do the same thing. Going to put it on, line it up, make sure it's even here. And you also want to make sure that you've got it even with the page before it. Push it down. Burnishing action here. There we go. Okay. And next, we've got opening all the way through, but this is one of the envelopes, and it goes this way. So you always want to make sure, again, that you have it going the direction that you want, that you've got it all prepped and ready to go. If you have some of the tape go past off of the hinge, you just fold it back on itself. And same thing, we're just going to town with this stuff. Now this one's a little more difficult because I can't stick my finger in on this side because it's sealed up. So I'm going to kind of keep it pinched open so that it's not going to stick onto that tape until I get it where I want it. Come on. There we go. And try and make it even, about the same height, and as soon as you get it right, push it down. There we go. And there we go. Alrighty. My next one, pretty much just like this. Make sure it's gonna fit. Yes. Lay it down, take off my tape cover on the Sookwang. There we go. Open it back up again. Alright, get it about where I know I want it. Pull my last page up. Make sure I got it not too high, not too low. Even with my other page. Push on it and burnish. burnish. Okay. There we go. I've got 4 pages on, and they're looking pretty good. They are all pretty lined up with each other. They're on pretty straight this way. Yeah, doing pretty well. Again, I did not work my things very well, and this being here was, again, it works all right when you're doing this, but when you're wanting to lay them down, it's not gonna ever, because this is so very thick. I have, you know, 2, 4, 6, 8 sheets of cardstock on this, and the envelope itself. So 8 sheets of cardstock is just not going to lay over really nicely. But I'm okay with that. It is going to relax a little bit. It is going to go down like it's going to need to, but it's not going to ever lay down. And those are the things that you need to know when you're doing this type of a book. Okay, so this is going to go here, and this is going to go here. Okay, and actually I think, yeah, see, this one works much nicer going out this way and lays down much nicer. And I couldn't do it this one this way because I put the sticker on there. Next time maybe, you know, so lesson well learned. When you're going to have something super thick, if I would have pulled this up a little bit more, it would have worked better, but it still would not have laid over as nicely as you'd want it to. And if you pull it up too high, then you don't have enough of that hinge in there to make it secure. So, but it will work its way into being a nice lay down page. It will be better and better the more it gets worked. Okay, so second to the last one here. Let's see, I'm at 51 minutes. And get this folded back over. Get this about where I want it. Get everything lined up here. And get it where you want it and push it. Okay. I'm probably going to have to make one more video, but I'm going to try and get as much done on this, and I might just then show you how I finished the front of it. Because I think I've gone through everything that you need to know and need to have in order to get this done. And then I'll just have the final reveal. Let's get this up here a little bit higher. Even. There we go. And push. Good. A little burnishing action here. Okay. Very good, very good. And now I know what I've got here for my, to match up something nice for my front cover. And so I could do a bit of orange there. I could do, let's see, I actually do have, be very, very small though. This will be a tag. That's my one and only sheet I have left, except for, I still could do one of these in the front here. I'm not all that wild about it. I could do, no. And let's see what else I got. And I've got this one. And I think that's the winner. This one's just a bit too bright for me. And it's, this one's got a lot of texture to it. I think I'll do this one. Okay, and since I don't remember what I think I only took off an 1/8, so it's going to be 1 3/8 by 1 1/4. And again, I'll show you, put my book here. I'll slide my paper in, get it to be about where I know it probably is 1 3/8. I mean 6 3/8. Gonna line my 6 3/8 up right here on, make sure my paper's down against this bead and that it is at the end of my ruler. And then just move my ruler out of the way. And I have my 6 3/8 by 6 1/4. Okay, and let's see. Okay, oops, flip her around. And then there's that. Okay. Yep, we're just gonna glue this puppy down. Come on. Okay. Oh, getting lots of glue on there. Probably a little bit too much, but it was drying out because I didn't put the lid on it. There we go. Okay. I believe and clean my fingers off here. Whoops. Again, reason I like glue on this is it gives me a lot of time to move things, get it just where I want it. Take and push that glue all around. If I move this out of the way, I'd have a nice flat surface to do this on. Sorry guys, I was looking for that nice flat surface. Okay. Okay. Now again, I'm going to take some clips. I'm going to find my center. And it was about, well, it was right in between the 9 3/4. I mean 9 1/4 and 2 3/4, which gave me my center. And I have it is approximately a 1/2 inch in, which is about what I've got there, and make my little dot. Get my big bite, flip this around without knocking you guys for a loop again. I'm going to start, flip this back to my there. Get it on my 3/16, guide it into the center. Sometimes it's quick and sometimes it's not. I don't have much strength in my hands, so it takes both for me. Oh, I put it away and I'm not done. So I'm going to flip this around, put my eyelet in there, flip this up front, line the eyelet up, and I'm not gonna give it quite the squeeze I gave it before. See, so if you play around with the squeeze pressure that you do, this one is a little prettier. I wouldn't say it's more secure, but it's a little prettier. I mean, it's the same security. I didn't lose anything by doing it differently. Okay, gonna find my center. I find a loop, and then I push the center of that loop in to give me a point. And this point is what I'm going to run through here. I lost it. Bring that loop in and give me a point. Still not coming in deep enough now. There we go. So now there's a good point. Put it right through there. There we go. Come up. Stick both points in and pull it around. And I think maybe this is good. I want that good and pulled down there. And then you're going to, now whether you do a regular tie like a shoelace, whoops, you need to do a shoelace tie. If you do the shoelace tie, or some people do the bunny ears, however you end up doing it, it's quite pretty. This just beautiful ribbon, just gorgeous. I love it. And the two-sided, grab it here, the two-sided makes it quite interesting looking. But anyway, so there's that, and there's your book. Now you can decorate it, you can do your tags in it however you want. I will come back and show you my finished book and how I decorated the front more so than what I've got here. And the tags that I made with my file folders, I'm pretty sure that's the way I'm going to be doing it, is with file folders and with, I've got some stickers and some embellishments and things like that. So I'll show you all the things that I've done with mine, and I hope that you have followed along with me on this. I've had a lot of fun showing you this stuff. If you have any questions, please let me know and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me, Lisa, One Happy Place Creations. And if you, hopefully you will like and let YouTube know that you're enjoying what I'm doing. So like my videos, thumbs up, woohoo, and or subscribe to me. And that's another way of you letting me know that you like what I do. And I'm getting ready to, I've been on YouTube a year now, so I'm getting ready to do a giveaway, and that's going to be coming up within the next week. And you'll have to be a subscriber. And if you do subscribe, then you'll be sure not to miss it. So subscribe to me, and we'll, I'm going to make it a pretty cool bunch of stuff giveaway. So stay tuned for that, ladies and gentlemen. And you guys all have a fabulous day, and find your happy place and start crafting.